Hey everyone, how's it going? Cunningham Modding here. Today I want to go over with you a new mod pack that we've been working on. It consists of four different aspects. We've got storage, water wells, a new type of herbicide tote, as well as an updated version of our Demco 42-foot sprayer support trailer. We've added a Dash 4.0 system that we've built, so that is now on there and functioning. And we'll get started here and go over the features of this pack. Starting off, we have a Meridian storage tank confinement. There's three different options with this storage. If we come into our store, we'll go to construction and production, and here you will see our single tank version, our double, which we've already got down, and a quad version. These are manure. This version is manure system ready, meaning that we can use our hoses to onload, offload. We can just connect, do our unload here, walk over and attach hose. It'll connect, our valve will open up. If we come across the confinement and we see the top left, we hit R, and we're going to do an autosave here real quick. But right here we will see liquid fertilizer tank, which we have the ability to activate, deactivate. These are set up to hold realistic values, and they are set up with Thunder's state controller, so you will have the option to choose which tank you're offloading into, and so forth, as well as unloading. We did some work on these tanks. These are base game tanks that have gotten a little love. We did some normal work, as you'll see, with the weld normals, as well as updated the bolt hardware on those. If we come up to the check tank valves sign, this is the trigger for the state controller. So you'll see now in our help menu, we have the ability to use different key combinations to change which tank we're inputting into. In the bottom right, you'll see the state controller help menu, and I can change back and forth on my input, which will be my unload. I can choose between tank 1, tank 2, as well as my output. And you'll notice with our output, depending on which tank we select, right now we've selected 2, so that valve is opened up, ready to be loaded, and tank 1 is now closed. If I change it back to tank 1, it opens and 2 closes. This works on these as well as the single tank. Our quad tank is a little bit different in that our loading valves all work the same, but we've got unloading valves too on it that will move based off of what tank we've selected. Working our way around, we've got the water well. Unfortunately, with this water well, we were not able to make it work with manure system at this time. Manure system has got an issue in its scripting, and Wobster is now aware of it, that it will only read the first fill unit of multi-fill unit vehicles. So we had a decision to make on that, and you know, do we make it load water and then that's all it does, or do we make it unload and load herbicide? So we went that route. So the sprayer boom, or the boom on the trailer, will hook up to the sprayers and unload, offload herbicide to those. You will load water on the trailer just like a base game trigger. You'll pull up to the side of this, hit your fill button, fill the trailer up, and go on about your business. We're hoping that an update will be published from Manure System that will allow us to fix this and make it so that we can load water and offload load, you know, our chemical just like you would in real life, so we can get the most realistic experience as possible. But our hands are tied on that until there's an update posted for Manure System. Totes. We've made all new totes. We found that Giant's totes were not the correct size. Their scaling was off considerably. Two of them had a hard time fitting side by side on the trailer. So we went in and made new totes. The cool thing about them is they're pretty detailed. We got some normal work here, as well as different signs, which are store options. These are all right now just what we refer to as a raw herbicide. They have their own fill type. If we come into the store, go to our pallets, we'll scroll over, and we will go to the various 265 gallon raw herbicide tote. I believe there's 9 different options available for these at the moment. Going forward with updates, if people would like to see something different brands or different types of herbicides, we may add those in a future update. The important thing about these to know is these will not work with base game sprayers, trailers, things of that nature, due to their fill type. This fill type will only work with our Demco trailer, unless somebody was to go in and set up a mod to accept this type of fill type. But we did this by design, and we'll go over that here shortly when we get to the trailer. We have soluble fertilizer, same thing. We chose 32%. You can mix this with water to get liquid fertilizer to put on your fields if you would choose to do that. So the piece that brings all of this together. This is the new dash system that we've built for the Demco trailer. We've got the dash system itself, as well as 2 different tank racks. The ability to strap. If we come up, you'll see here. To come up here, you can strap your tanks down so they don't fall off or go anywhere. This version of the trailer, the Manure System version, is set up with IC. Okay, the base, we're going to make another version of this trailer and pack that will be just base game functions. There will be no IC, no Manure System. You'll use regular triggers, just as you would with anything base game. So we'll go in. We'll be including this version of Manure System. None of the functionality has changed on it. We went in. There was the ability to do this was already in Manure System. It just wasn't activated. If we come over and look at our slurry hoses, we had the option to change between just a standard hose and an extension hose, where we could hook multiple hoses together. That was not the case on the fertilizer hoses. The pieces were in there to do extensions. The scripting just wasn't activated for it to work. So we went ahead and activated the scripting, and we'll release this version with it, so you guys have that ability as well. Again, we've changed no part of the functionality of it. We don't take any credit for any of this mod. This is 100% Wobster's work, and we have no intentions of claiming any of this as ours. So we got a standard hose that has 2 female ends, extension which has one male end, one female end, and a second extension that has 2 male ends that you could use in between, say, 2 standard hoses with 2 female ends. You could connect all those together. So we have our collar options. We use a standard hose just for this demonstration. Go over and we'll pick it up. This trailer has 2 different park places. It's got a tray on each side just like this. You can walk up, right click for store hose, and it will store the hose in the rack. When we're done, or when we're ready to use the hose, we walk up to it, left click to get detach hose. You see in the top left there, help menu. It'll drop it out. We'll pick it up, and then we can connect it on. So we'll use the IC to unfold the boom, and then we will pick our hose up. We did not put a collision on the boom due to it unfolding, and then it would be swiping the player, and sometimes we found that it would actually jolt the trailer and move it around, so we elected to take the collision off the boom due to that, just for ease of use. But if we pick our hose up and come over here, we have the option to connect the hose to the boom, and then if our sprayer was here, we would pick up this end and connect it to the sprayer. You will need some sort of sprayer that is manure system ready. OS Farms and Mapping, they have a great John Deere 4045 sprayer that is set up. It has the option for manure system on it as well. That would be my recommendation to use. It's a great mod, very detailed, and is set up ready to go work with this pack. If manure system gets its update where we can use multiple fill units and it recognizes it, this trailer will get an update to onload, offload water through our ports here, our loading ports. These are set up IC, they're all animated. You take your cap off, you would connect your hose, and then connect it to your well, your tank, whatever you got your water stored in, to go on and onload. The scripting is available in Manure System 2 for valving, so we could set it up to make this function just about as lifelike as you're going to get it, whereas if this valve was closed like so, it would not onload or take on water until you open this valve. So hopefully with an update to Manure System, where we can get the multiple fill units, we'll be able to push an update, get all this functioning, and it'll be pretty lifelike and correct on that side of it. This trailer is enterable, just like our conveyall tender trailer, so we can come over and get into it and start it using enter, and we'll be able to go through our functions. So the way this system is different than the current Phiber pack that's out by BC Bueller. We've got a cool new script that has come available a few short days ago. It's open to the public now. we'll have a link to it because you'll need a base version of it to put in your mods folder for all this to work. It's got a couple cool features in it. The part of it we're using is called blend. So basically we can take multiple fill types, blend them together using recipes and ratios, and have it output one single fill type. So if we're in the fiber itself, we can hit Z and bring up our current recipes. We have one for herbicide right now and one is fertilizer. If you are skilled to the point where you can, make or work in XML, you can make your own custom recipes if you wanted. So you would have that ability. Going forward, we may add on to this mod. Maybe not in 22, but maybe on in 25, where we, expand the depth of different chemicals and fill types and what all we're putting in the mix, to get that herbicide output. But you'll see here, we can select back and forth. Right now we're on herbicide, but we could go to liquid fertilizer, hit apply, and that would change over the recipe for that. But we'll keep it on herbicide for right now because that's what we've got loaded on the trailer. So let's go get some water and we will drive down. We've got a sprayer in a field, and we'll go mix some chemical up and unload it onto the sprayer. Oh, need to select our truck. So, like we said before, we'll just drive up beside this. It uses a standard trigger. You see in our help menu now that we have the ability to hit R to start filling with water. We've already had some water on. We were doing some testing earlier with this unit just to make sure everything's all set and ready to go. And we'll just top off water here while we're up at the farm. So now that we're full, we'll head on down to our field. Alright, so if we get in our sprayer, like I said, we were doing some testing earlier. We'll come in here, we'll just empty this out with our developer tools, just so you guys can see the function and how everything works. So we get to our field, we'll unfold our boom. Let's find our end of our hose. Sometimes they're hard to find in the grass, but we'll attach that up. Alright, we've got an extension here. Let's detach this. Detach that to show you how it works. It's just the same as anything else. You just grab your hose, walk up to the other hose, and left click to attach. And then we will grab this end and attach it to our sprayer. And you wouldn't need both of these. We're just using it for the sake of the video to show how they work now. You could just use one double female hose and pull the sprayer a little bit closer if you wanted. We'll get in our Demco Phiber system trailer, and we'll start by starting the engine. So in our help menu, you'll see the option for refill the Phiber system, the mixing station. What that does is we're going to refill the Phiber. We're going to put our raw herbicide in, and then once we do that, we'll be able to turn the mixing station on, just like activating a PTO on a tractor in game, etc. And that will start the mixing process for us. So we'll hit R to refill, and then we will hit B. When we hit B, you'll hear the engine rev up, the Honda engine. It'll start revving up to do our mixing. So you'll see now, when we started mixing, we've got 11 gallons of herbicide in right now. So what we'll do now is we'll hit Y. Well, as you see, when we try to hit Y, we get a pump source target, or target is empty. And what that means is, with the manure system, we have two options for filling or emptying. So right now we're on filling. I forgot to put in the mod, but there's a mod for extended help menu, and I recommend you guys use that. It would, give us a longer menu, and it would show the option. But if I hit U on my keyboard, it will flip-flop between emptying, filling. So I hit U and then Y to activate the pump, and now we're offloading our mixed herbicide. So you'll see we're taking water and raw herbicide, mixing them together for regular herbicide. And if we come over to the sprayer, we're filling up with herbicide. So we are full. We can come over, just shut our Honda off, and detach, and go spray our load of herbicide off, and continue to just refill as needed. So, this pretty well concludes the functionality of how everything works with this system. Like I said, based on other mods, if they're updated, we'll push some other updates out on this to get it functioning even more lifelike. But those may not come till FS22. It's all just going to depend on the other mods, when they get their update and whatnot. We may add some more mixing options as well. If we get some feedback that people would like to see different chemicals and whatnot added in, we could probably add those in and add those as options. We'll just have to see. If you got comments, questions, concerns, feel to reach out to us and message us on our Facebook page. We have a Discord as well that you can reach us on there, and we'll do everything we can to help you or guide you through whatever your issue may be. This will go out to testers. We'll get that out, let them play with it, test it, and we'll get feedback from them, see if there's any changes we need to make. Once we have all those squared away and ready to go, we'll get this out for public release. So I appreciate y'all stopping by, and I hope you all enjoy this pack. We've put a lot of time, effort, and work into this to make it work the way it does, and hopefully you all enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. So again, thanks for your time, and happy farming.